your body. You've done a perfect one, so put it on me. Swear it won't take you long if you love me right. We've come to learn on and on and on.
So today's a good day, but a bad day at the same time. Hey, look, a fly. You might remember a few years ago when I had some pretty jacked up teeth. Well, the person that's responsible for fixing them told me I had to come back in. He's gonna take all my teeth out today. So she's probably not gonna be around at the end of the day because she's gonna think I'm ugly.
No, I'm not. You're not good at it all.
I'm gonna look like an old man. Where my teeth? So, we'll see how this goes. All right, we're done at the dentist. Thank God. The dentist I go to is awesome, and he does really, seriously? I've literally been waiting for that package to show up for a while. I was actually downstairs in my garage when they came up here and knocked on the door. I was literally in the garage for like 15 minutes, if that. I've literally been waiting on that package for 2 weeks. It's actually 2,000 of my stickers. Sick. But like I was saying, my dentist is awesome. If you guys need some dental work done, go to Steve Weidler's office. I will put all of his information down in the description below. He's awesome. He cares a lot about all of his patients, and he does awesome work. So shout out to Steve for keeping my grill pretty. But after the dentist, I'm not really in much of a writing mood. I'm more in like a chill and let that kind of settle mood. But being that I'm chilling for the day, I am gonna go through a lot of the YouTube stuff, and I know a lot of the things that you guys want to know is what equipment do I use for all my videos? What kind of GoPro do I have? What do I use when I edit? What kind of camera is Patrick? All kinds of stuff you guys ask me. How do you get your footage to look so smooth? And there are a ton of tools that I have that add to making that stuff look like that. So I'm gonna show you right now. Alright, so let's start off with the first thing that you guys obviously know I use the most of, which is my GoPro. The GoPro that I use is not the newest GoPro. I have been debating back and forth as to whether I should get the new one or not. That or a drone. I'm kind of going back and forth. Let me know in the comments what you think, and don't forget, like this video. If we can get this video to 2,000 likes, I'll go and buy a drone for all my videos. So click that button. So yeah, the GoPro that I use is just the Hero 3 Plus. It's the black edition. Like I said, I use the heck out of this thing. The audio works just fine for me. A lot of other people seem to think that the audio isn't that good. But for me, it seems to be just fine when I put on my helmet. A lot of times people also ask me like how I get my colors the way I do, but that just has to do with all kinds of editing and stuff on my computer. So GoPro, I love it. Use the heck out of this thing. The next thing that you guys probably see a ton of are these weird looking tripod things. This is a GorillaPod, and this is basically the gnarliest one you can get. I use this thing a ton as well. The best thing about these is that you can actually like form them to make them hang on to certain things, and they're like, so like if I wanted this thing to hold on to some kind of a pole or something like that, it can, like it's no problem. It'll hold my camera up, and I won't have to worry about it too much. If you do get one of these, a disclaimer is don't trust it completely. There always is a possibility that this thing could fall. I've had it happen a couple times. One time I was at Woodward and I was filming a couple fillers on a pool table, and I had it sitting up just normally, just, you know, nothing crazy, just set up like a normal tripod, and these legs started to kind of flare out, and it resulted in my camera falling off of the pool table and landing directly on the floor on my lens. It didn't break my lens, but it did break the hood on the outside, which is not that expensive. But just, yeah, don't trust these completely. They are awesome and they're great to use when you're vlogging and stuff like that. If you need to hold your camera a certain way, whatever, it's perfect for that. But you know, don't trust it with your life. Now, the main lens that I use when I do all of my video projects, vlogging and stuff like that, is just a normal fisheye. Nothing crazy. This is a Rokinon fisheye for a Canon camera, and I think these run about 250 bucks. I think when I got it, that was about the price that I paid for it. So it's nice because it keeps me in frame no matter what. Like, I don't have to worry about pointing my camera a certain way like I do with a couple of my other lenses, which are actually a lot closer. The only thing I don't really like about this lens, and it actually really sucks and it's super inconvenient, is the fact that it's not an automatic focus lens. That's the only thing I don't like about this lens. Other than that, if I'm pointing at myself, you know, I just put it to like the closest angle. So if you guys see me spinning this thing around and it's not zooming or anything, it's because it's not a zoom lens. It's a fisheye, it doesn't zoom. So yeah, Rokinon fisheye, good stuff. Lens number 2 that I use for a lot of my filler clips and stuff like that is a Canon 1.4 50mm lens. This lens is awesome. I've had this lens for a pretty long time now. This was my first nice lens. I got it when I got my first camera, which was the T3i, my first like DSLR camera. But yeah, this lens it's awesome. It's super clear. This is a little bit more expensive than the fisheye. I think these are I want to say they're like 350 bucks. But nonetheless, a great lens. It doesn't zoom. A little bit, little expensive. Just a little more expensive. Still worth it. It's not that it's not worth it, but you can get another version of this. That's a 1.8. That's not quite as expensive, but it's not as well made. It's a little like it feels like it's cheaper. The focus ring's not quite as smooth as this one is. Stuff like that. But I've had this lens for a while now, so it's almost time to retire it. But the other lens that I use on this, or for my videos, which is obviously not this lens, it's actually a lens that's on my camera right now, is a Sigma 18 to 35mm lens. It's an art lens. That one's a lot more expensive. I think that one was like 800 bucks. But it's super nice. It's a nice zoom lens. It's super clear. It's a 1.4, just like my 50mm that I just set down on the floor. But I absolutely love that lens. Another thing that you guys always seem to ask me about is how I get my shots from skate parks that are insanely smooth. And that's not, as much as I would love to say that it is just a steady hand, it's definitely not. It's something that I purchased a little while ago. That was when I was really close in between buying this or a drone. I was really close. But I bought this just because of that main reason, going to the skate park and getting different types of shots, and you can really use it to get nice and close. It's this, it's called a Ronin. It's a Ronin M. These are, they're kind of expensive. If you start to get into like screens and stuff like that, they can get to be really expensive. But this is basically made out of all carbon fiber on these arms right here. Everything else is magnesium, so it's super light. This is just a stand. A lot of you guys have probably seen me using this at skate parks and stuff like that, because a lot of them have asked me if this thing's really from outer space. Answer is yes. But this thing is awesome. The only this you have to balance your camera onto this little arm. So basically, the way it works is there's a whole bunch of motors in this that make sure your shot is nice and smooth. Absolutely love this thing. Probably my favorite thing to use with my videos, just because it is so much different and it makes things look so nice. Whether I'm vlogging or if I'm making like an actual edit, whatever, I love using this thing. You guys have probably seen it in a couple of my videos. I know I use it in my pro series, pro series practice at Escondido Skate Park. There's a couple clips in there that has this, but this thing is awesome. The cool thing about this too is that I can take this to any skate park, and if I have a clip that I want to film and there's a kid there that doesn't really know how to film, I can just be like, here, hold this and follow me, run. Because you can run, you can turn, you can do all kinds of crap, and this basically just keeps the camera completely still, like you're not moving at all. And they have this little screen to make sure they're pointing it at me correctly, so this is definitely one of the better investments I've made so far. One thing that you guys probably don't really even realize that I use a lot of in my videos, because I'm even surprised on how well it works, is my phone. My phone gets amazing shots in video mode. Like if I go to video, I can set my phone up to shoot in 4K. If you don't have the money to get an expensive camera, or even just like a T3i or something like that, but you have a phone, you have an iPhone, use your phone. If you want to start making videos, vlogs, whether it's an edit, whatever. I've seen people make incredible edits with iPhone stuff. And there's all kinds of lenses you can get, stuff like that. If you want to do something like that, go for it. Like, that's really easy. You don't have to worry about spending all kinds of money, and you guys can generate money different ways just by using your phone. Like, go for it. I think it's awesome when I see people just starting small. I don't really like to see people just come in and just buy the craziest stuff. Like, I didn't accumulate all this stuff in the first day I started doing all this video stuff. I've had an interest in video stuff for a really, really long time. Still, I started small. I didn't go and buy a Ronin. I didn't buy a drone right away, anything like that. I just kept it nice and simple, which is what I really, really advise you guys to do. Don't go out and buy all this fancy crap, because you're gonna get confused really fast, and your productions are gonna come out quite as high of quality as you would hope for them to, because you don't really know all the specs and basically things that you need to learn as you go. So my piece of advice for you guys, if you're trying to learn video stuff, you want to start doing edits, vlogs, don't go and buy the most expensive crap at first. Start small. But as for audio, right now on my camera, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Pro. I'm about due for a new one. I've had that one forever. Still, it's a great mic. Whether you're doing vlogs or edits or some kind of vacation video or whatever you're doing, that's a great microphone for audio. Now, last thing is my camera. My camera that I use is a Panasonic GH4. And I have a speed booster on there. Now, the speed booster is just a fancy adapter for all my Canon lenses, because I didn't want to have to go and buy all brand new Panasonic lenses. So I spent the extra money that I had left over on that speed booster. My GH4, I love that camera. It shoots in 4K. I can shoot, if I want to, I can go into 96 frames per second, so I can get those super, super slow-mo clips. But I've filmed all my short films on this camera. I do all my vlogs with this camera. It's nice and small, so that I don't have to worry about basically lugging around this giant camera. I have a big lens, which makes it heavier, but that's not my camera. It's not cheap, that's for sure, but like I said earlier, I didn't start with this. I started with stuff that was a little lower quality. Canon T3i is what I actually started doing a lot of my edits with. I actually started vlogging with this camera. I never started vlogs with my T3i. I just went straight with my GH4 because I didn't vlog when I had my T3i. But like I said earlier, if you guys want to get like a nice enough camera, something that's cheap, not crazy expensive, but will still give you great quality images, I would definitely recommend going with like a Canon camera. T3i, a lot of these guys use the G7X, I believe is what they call it. I don't have one of those, but I know they're kind of expensive for what they actually are. It's just like a small digital camera. But I used the T3i for the longest time. It was a great camera. Mine just got old. It started to kind of fall apart. I had it for like 2 years or something like that, but I think I spent like $400 or $500 on the body, which was a great price. It still is for a camera that's that good of quality. So if you guys are looking to get a startup camera, Canons all the way. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know I didn't do any riding today. I know you guys saw that I went to the dentist and I didn't really want to risk screwing up my teeth again. But I wanted to make sure that I made a video for you guys today. I absolutely hate not posting every single day. Sometimes I do post every single day. Usually I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, obviously everybody needs a break now and then, but I do my best for you guys. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys see me at the local skate park, I just bought like 2,000 more RW stickers. So if you see me, ask for some stickers. I will give you some. I won't give you a handful. I'll give you a few though. I gotta make sure I save enough for everybody because I don't sell them right now. I just give them away. Make sure you guys like the video. Please like the video. I want to grab a drone, but I want to make sure that you guys want me to throw that kind of footage in my videos. So like I said, if this video gets to 2,000 likes, I'll go and I'll buy a drone for you guys. And I don't know if I said subscribe yet, but make sure you subscribe. Keep up to date with all of my adventures on my scoot, with my camera stuff, with my car, all kinds of stuff that I do with my friends. That I just like having a good time. And if you guys see me around, jump in my video, whether it's fun, whatever, just hop in and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. Later.
It's a night, it's a night.